Aries Girl Podcast.
Hello Zodiacs, here we are, several days into this Janet Jackson PR nightmare, and things are only getting worse. In my previous video, I mentioned that Janet's brother Randy was allegedly her manager, and I wondered if he would give an official statement on the conspiracy theory that Janet was repeating concerning Vice President Harris's ethnicity. Well, according to page 6, Randy Jackson is Janet's manager, so let me humble brag and say that I was right. And people in Janet's inner circle are actually blaming Randy Jackson for the controversy surrounding Vice President Harris because he is too inexperienced and is too loud of a voice in Janet's ear. This actually made me wonder exactly what voices were in Randy Jackson's ear, and to be honest, my research told me everything that I needed to know. I first tried to find Randy on X, formerly known as Twitter, but the account that I found wasn't verified with a blue check mark and the most recent post was from 2021. However, that post was linked to an Instagram account and showed a picture of Randy Jackson with none other than conspiracy theorist and former 2024 presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. That was a huge red flag for me. Once you click on the Twitter/X post, you are taken to Instagram where the caption on the first photo reads, "This book blew my mind. It explains what is really going on, and I was honored when my friend Bobby Kennedy asked me to endorse it. This information is too important to ignore. I encourage you all to read it. Knowledge is power." What book, you ask? Well, when you look at the second picture on this Instagram post, it is none other than a book written by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., full of conspiracy theories about COVID-19, the vaccine, and Dr. Anthony Fauci. If you think that's bad, well, it gets worse, because Randy Jackson wrote a foreword in the book as his way of endorsing it. And that foreword reads, "The revelations in this book are disturbing and shocking, exposing how our political system and government agencies can be compromised, and how the mainstream media are being used to manipulate and control our everyday existence." This was the second red flag for me. Anytime I hear the phrase, mainstream media, being used in a negative connotation, it's a clue that the topic at hand is probably being pushed by someone who buys into conspiracy theories not based in fact or reality. So, it is safe to say that we should not expect a statement approved by Randy Jackson denouncing the falsehood that Vice President Harris is not black, because it is more than likely that Janet Jackson heard this nonsense from her brother Randy. There is no doubt in my mind because I did a reverse search on Janet's Instagram account to make sure that this foolishness actually came from her brother Randy. And as you can see, Janet follows this Instagram account, so it is safe to say that we are actually looking at Randy's Instagram. When someone's first few Instagram posts consist of the likes of Kanye West on Fox News with Tucker Carlson and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in any capacity, I already know what time it is. In case you're wondering what that time is, it's bat bleep crazy conspiracy theory time. Anytime Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s name is brought up, just look at the people Randy Jackson follows on Instagram. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Candace Owens, and Mr. MAGA himself, along with some of his siblings. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. actually believes that Wi-Fi causes cancer and leaky brain. He thinks that antidepressants are responsible for people taking GUNs to schools, and he believes that chemicals in the water can make children become transgender. And he is a good friend of Randy Jackson, which is concerning. And guess what? Randy Jackson also supports the MAGA candidate, who also spreads the false narrative that Vice President Harris isn't black. So it all makes sense where all of this nonsense came from with Janet Jackson. Randy Jackson appears to be repeating the conspiracy theories from his buddy Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and the MAGA candidate to his little sister Janet. And Janet is apparently believing them and repeating them. Zodiacs, this is so sad on so many levels. I've been a fan of Janet since the 80s, but I'm officially giving her a side eye every time I see her. It amazes me how some people can be so uninformed and willfully ignorant when accurate information is so readily available. I'm not fully ready to cancel Janet, but I've already canceled Randy during the process of making this video. And if Janet doesn't wake up, get an experienced manager, and correct this issue surrounding the vice president's race, she is probably going to find herself canceled again the way she was after the Super Bowl halftime show she did with Justin Timberlake. Please let me know how you are feeling about Janet and Randy in the comments. And thanks so much to all of you who have subscribed to help support the channel. I appreciate you for becoming an Aries Girl Podcast Zodiac. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, take care.